Yo, what it is, what it do? It's your boy 3D. That's at 3DBNYC on everything, man. It's another episode of Real Talk. That's the only way to talk, stupid. This is also called In Traffic, because y'all see the traffic going behind like this? Yeah. Alright, but yeah, man, today's topic is going to be about the fight that everybody want to see. Well, one of the fights everybody want to see, which is Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. We've been trying to see this fight for years. These guys been squabbling back and forth. You know, it seemed like Ryan was ducking, like he wasn't really ready yet. You know, maybe his management told him to hold off a little bit. But I think this fight is actually going to happen. They give us little hints and stuff like that on Twitter. And Tank says, see you in December. And Ryan says, see you in December. They kind of going back and forth about, you know, the terms and agreement of the contract. But check out a little bit of the video on it by my man Aki TV. I like his content. You know, when I want to check out boxing things, I usually go to him or Blue Blood Sports or Dante's Boxing, something like that. So check the video out.
Breaking news, Gervonta and Ryan Garcia, in a shocking turnaround, have agreed to all of the terms to fight in December, according to both. Now, even though this fight is not yet official, nevertheless, this is definitely a positive sign. As long as Ryan doesn't pull out of the fight like he usually does, this fight is definitely going to happen. Now, I won't believe it till I see it.
Facts.
Because of the many times Ryan Garcia fooled the fans.
Yeah, he do a lot of talking like on IG and Twitter and like prematurely call things out, you know what I mean? So you got to kind of, you know, wait till, you know, he actually signs a contract and get an official date for him, you know, to get a fight. You know, he been calling Tank out for a while. Tank been knocking motherfuckers out since, you know what I mean? But in the meantime, he steady talking stuff on IG. He has a big IG and Twitter following, and that's good for the younger fighters, you know what I mean? The times have changed, you know what I mean? And it's not always about just promoting, you know what I mean, with the boxing people, you know what I mean, on TV. You go to Twitter, you know, you go word of mouth. You have like meet and greets, you know, you do like your gym workouts online, stuff like that. So things have changed, man. But hopefully Ryan don't duck, because he's been doing a lot of ducking and a lot of talking online. Just the facts. I mean, I think Ryan is a good fighter, though. You know, he's a solid fighter overall. He got a couple areas he can work on. And I feel like every fighter got something that they can work on. It's always something you can work on to become better.
Furthermore, it's funny to me how Ryan is already complaining about the weight, fighting Tank at 135, when that's Ryan's natural weight class right now, which really comes off like Ryan is trying to set an excuse in motion in case Tank does knock Ryan out. Remember, it was Ryan himself on his last fight who kept complaining about Fortuna wanting to fight at 140 instead of 135. Ryan emphasized that he wanted to fight at 135, his natural weight class. However, he was forced to fight at 140 pounds because of his C-level opposition request, Fortuna. So, Ryan Garcia, make up your mind. You can't complain about fighting in both weight classes. That makes no sense whatsoever. For Ryan to go from complaining about fighting Fortuna during his last fight a couple months ago at 140 pounds, where Ryan said, I wanted to fight at 135. All of a sudden, ironically today, Ryan is...
That's enough. I don't want to hear any more of the excuses and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, pretty much, this is the fight that people want to see, you know what I mean? It's supposed to happen sometime in December. My prediction for the fight is Gervonta Tank knockout. He's going to knock Ryan out somewhere between the 6th and the 8th round. In fact, yeah, it's probably going to be between the 6th and the 8th round. I'm leaning more towards the 8th round because he got a, you know, I want to see Tank get into a faster start, you know what I mean? Because he kind of had like a slow start sometimes and, you know, feel everything out, but, excuse me. But yeah, I think that if he comes out, you know, showing the jab, you know, pawing at it, you know what I mean, and setting stuff up, I think it's going to be an early night for Ryan. They could go to distance, they go to distance, I still give it to Tank. Either way, I give it to Tank. I think Ryan's a good fighter once again, you know what I mean, but I think Tank got this in the bag, you know what I mean, and it's just a Baltimore thing. I come from Baltimore. We got that fire, we just got that something in us that just make us different from the rest of, you know, the world. You know what I mean? You see how Rockman upset the world when he beat Lennox, you know what I mean, and then, you know, Lennox came back and beat him too, but I think that they should have had the third fight. Should have been a trilogy for that fight. But for whatever reason, that didn't happen. But I give him an extra bonus because we from Baltimore and I'm from Baltimore, and I know how, you know, the heart and the mind of a fighter and a person is from Baltimore. So, and even if he wasn't from Baltimore, I still would pick the Tank, you know, for this fight anyway. So, can't wait to see this fight right here, man. Sometime in December, man. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, man. Make sure y'all see this fight. We got a couple other fights coming up right now. We got Canelo versus Triple G coming up. Devin Haney versus Cam Bosis coming up again. We got all kind of fights coming up, man. Make sure y'all tuning in. Follow me on all my pages at 3DBNYC. That's 3DB as in boy, M as in Michael, Y as in young, C as in cash. On everything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find me on all the sites, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. Y'all share this for me too. Pretty soon I'll put my Cash App up. Y'all want to send donations so I can, you know, continue to upgrade and, you know what I mean, do my thing on here. Y'all can support as much as y'all want. I'm gonna be, you know, covering a bunch of different topics. I'm not just gonna do boxing. I'm gonna do everything from boxing to TV to movies to music to science. Everything. I'm covering everything in traffic. As always, this your boy 3D. It's another episode of Real Talk. That's the only way to talk. Stupid. Gone.